Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Carbon Medium Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is going to be the 32043. This is the medium one, so remember there's going to be a smaller and a larger one. Check those out too. Hubbardton bills this as an outdoor sconce, but we think this is so beautifully designed that it can be used indoors as well, especially in places like maybe flanking a fireplace or a painting, because you have a left and a right we'll talk about in a second, and also along a hallway because of the way it projects light. So why don't we talk about really quick how you do get this left and right. When you look at the photograph of it, you're going to notice that one part of it's going to be closer to the wall and the other part of it's going to be going out from the wall, and the light comes from between and washes that side that's closer to the wall and actually makes it look like there's a two-tone finish, like that's actually a brighter finish, but it's not. That's a bit of an optical illusion because that's getting the full brunt of the light, while the one in front, that panel that's farther out into the world, that is going to read in silhouette. So just remember that it's really just one finish, so it looks like two. And when you're doing the right-hand side of this, so the right version of this, the light's going to be on the left. That's going to be the more in set piece with the lights coming out, and then vice versa on the other side. So when you have the left, the light's going to be on the right. So little things to remember. So the other thing to really think about when you look at these carbon fixtures is the light is not going to be going out into the world towards you. It's not going to light a room. It's not going to light your front yard. The idea of these is they're going to cast a gentle light, and it's going to flow down over that other half of the fixture. It's going to wash the wall and put a pool of light on the ground. So it's good for pathways, walkways, and maybe your garage door where you don't want to get a lot of light pollution out into the world, but you do want to be able to make sure you have enough light to get to where you're going. And it's going to be the same for inside. So this would be great for hallways or stairways where it's going to project a lot of light down, wash that wall, get light down on your walking areas. But again, it's not going to put a lot of light out. And that's very specific for different people are looking for different types of light. And this is going to be one of those times. It's coming in at 12.4 pounds. It's very light. Why don't we talk about it's made out of aluminum. We talk about that a little later. Let's talk about the size of the fixture itself. And it's going to be 37.9 inches tall. So it's a good height. Width on it is coming in at 7 inches, and projection, that's going to be the distance from the wall coming out, is coming out at 5.8. So it's pretty flush. Again, good thing for an outdoor walkway, good thing for an indoor hallway, because if it only comes out 5.8, you can get by it pretty easily. Okay, mounting height on this, and that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the J box. That's the junction box that you guys have on your walls, coming in at 19 inches. And the back plate's 37.9 by 7. So I want to show you a little bit more about that, and we're going to take like a sneak peek inside of this to see how that lamping is set up and why the light does what it does. And we're going to do that by looking at the installations instructions really quick. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, which is very simple. It's going to show you some good detailed line drawings, schematic drawings of the inside of this and how it goes on your junction box. And take advantage of that, because that's really a nice thing to do when you want to send these instructions and this video to your installer so they get a chance to really look at things. It's also going to show you the setup of the socket, and it's using a G9 socket we'll touch base on in a sec. And that G9 socket is going to be kind of pointing down a bit and off a little bit, and the light's going to come down and hit a reflector. And so that reflector is going to do what it says. It's going to reflect light out from one side or the other side, depending on which one of these you got. So that's how you get this whole idea that you're getting a lot of light that's going to be kind of focused and washing the wall and then kind of coming down. So that G9 is going to be using a 3.5 watt LED. And it's very important that you stick with that. This is not going to be a halogen fixture. That's about the equivalent of a 25 watt incandescent bulb. So that's why I really wanted to touch base on you about what your lighting needs are. This is not a bright fixture that's going to push light a whole room or light your whole yard. It's specifically to do a job, and that job is just a gentle wash coming down the side of the building. Could be your front doors, having one on each side, or even just one, and that get enough light to get you to do what you want to do. Remember all that. So the bulb on this 3.5, like I said, is going to be the equivalent of a 25 watt incandescent. The bulb recommended is an Emery Allen bulb that Hubbardton likes to use a lot because the quality is really, really impeccable on these. The color of the light is what we want, and when you're looking for that bulb, and you can find it easily online, Amazon or any bulb site, possibly in a Ace or True Value hardware store, one of those things, or Home Depot. Easier to find online, much easier. But anyway, you're going to want to look for the color of the light that you like. And 2700 Kelvin, that's that super yellow light we talk about a lot in our videos. This bulb is going to be offered to you in something called daylight. And be really careful about that one, because that one's going to be a bluish white light. Some people are not so fond of that. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use is 3,000 Kelvin. That's considered warm white soft light. That's the nice glow that's coming down on this table right now from these 3,000 Kelvin warm white soft light bulbs above us. So that's what we like to use here. They give out a really nice light. The other thing is, do you need this to be dimmable? You know, it's not going to be dramatically bright to begin with. I kind of figure you probably don't need it to be. But don't forget, these bulbs are going to be offered that way to you as well. It's really up to you on that one. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself. They're going to wire it up at the top. They're going to put a wire at the bottom. They're going to send a current of electricity. It's going to go through this fixture, making it positive. And they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it. And because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that, and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.